Hello and welcome to Darkstar Gaming. This is Orcs Must Die, and I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the main campaign. And while I have completed the game before, I'm going to be playing as a new character for the purposes of this Let's Play. Obviously, starting at the beginning. Let's roll. Yes, I know the controls game.
I've spent 300 years fighting for the Order. I've killed thousands of orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip and a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice. That's it then. The world is doomed.
Or so you'd think.
It's all up to me now. Rest well, crazy old man. First things first. Let's see what he left me in this spell book.
Right, so we've got the basic stuff. I think I bought the complete version, so I've also got Floor Scorcher and a couple other things. But we'll just begin with the basics for now, I think. I'm not sure if you get that by default. I really like the Alchemist Satchel, so I'm going to be using that. Okay. So probably the best way I find to do is to put some tar down in front to slow them down. It just gives you a lot of time to shoot with the crossbow. And then stick some spike traps behind that. Do a bit more damage, as slow down, damage, and then more tar to slow them down again. And then if I had more mana, I'd put 2 more spike traps down. I tend to do it sort of layered defense, slow down, damage, until I run out of mana or they get through to a certain part that's not as good to hold. Let's start this. Oh, first, put down a couple bombs so that when my mana is regenerated by the time the orcs come. I'm sure I'm running side to side. I don't think I have to fight any archers yet. And gives a nice start to the round with the bombs. And as you can see, that was quite an easy first round. It's not really anything to be proud of. This is the first level after all. I can assure you there will be much failing later on. Much more failing later on. Got a little bit of time to continue defense. Same strategy as usual. Nothing special here. Up to 3 bombs down. I don't think you can upgrade it. It's been a while since I've played this, but I'm hoping my skills are still sharp enough to do the first few levels without much difficulty. Energy. I always call it mana. As you can see, I don't really even need these traps because I'm killing a lot of them with the Alchemist bombs anyway. Which I guess is a little cheaty, seeing as you don't get these in the vanilla game. But I did say I was starting from the beginning, I didn't say I was playing fair. The traps can do a fair amount of damage, which is useful, I guess.
Some new decorations. Traps are just so cool.
It's a combination of traps and skills often helps out quite a bit. One thing I never understood is why there are sort of magic barriers in between me going to the orcs and them coming out. It's obviously a gameplay balancing mechanic, otherwise it would be too easy, but in terms of lore, I really don't see why there's any reason I can't just kill the orcs before they come through. I'm only half orc, I heard one of them say.
Ooh, brutal.
Sensitivity's on a bit high, which is why I'm missing a lot of headshots. I'll have to turn that down after this. And spike trap. Oh, and spike trap. There we go. I've been hearing that a lot of the orcs are actually talking about voices in their head, which is... Oh. And victory. Which is a reference to later on in the game. Which I doubt there's anyone that's watching this that doesn't already know the story, if you could call it that. But I won't spoil it in case there's anyone that hasn't seen it already. And that is the end of the first mission. 5 schools. Obviously the first mission is not really a challenge. And even though perfect on the first mission, can't actually upgrade anything at all, which is somewhat disappointing. Let's move on to the next mission. I'm pretty sure this episode hasn't been going on very long, so I might as well put the first couple of missions in the first one. Arrow walls. I like arrow walls. They do quite a lot of damage since they don't have a limit to. Do they? I can't remember. It's been quite a while since I played this game. I'm not sure if they go through them or if they get stopped on the first orc they hit.
Aha! With the old man dead and my apprenticeship finally over, I can draw on the full power of the rift. I'll get a new toy to play with every time I defend a rift.
Pretty much same loadout as before, except this time we're bringing the arrow walls in. Because obviously you need a wall trap, otherwise you're just completely wasting weapons. Well, weapon space. The best point to take orcs on is at a choke point. That way, if you're using splash weapons that do splash damage, like the alchemist bombs, or even just the spikes or slow down, it's much better to hit them all when they're in the same place.
How about some of this?
You do more damage overall. Actually, that is terrible placement of the bombs. Let's do this.
Here they come.
It's quite easy to kite quite a lot of orcs around, and those that make it through just get arrowed, spiked. Really got to turn the sensitivity down on this. I often feel like the alchemist satchel is overpowered, and it probably is. I could put arrow traps on the wall here, but that means any orcs that come out that side won't get damaged by them. Whereas if I put them here, absolutely any orc that goes for the rift gets hit, which is useful. Good trap placement is usually the difference between 4 schools and 5, or winning a level or not in a lot of cases, on the later ones at least. Because the first half or third of the game, it's quite easy to get 4 or 5 schools on pretty much all of them. At least if you're playing it on War Mage difficulty. If you're playing it on Nightmare, there's no guarantee.
This will be good. This'll tickle a few toes.
Which door? Oh, both at the same time. Except there's a lot more coming from the left than the right. Okay. Detonate that a little bit too early. Damn, I have energy. Slow effect on the crossbow is quite useful for delaying the orcs. Lets your trap, gives your traps a chance to recharge, but I prefer using the manual satchel since it can do a lot of damage. He thought he was actually going to get to kill an orc. I'm sorry, Paladin Guardian, I don't plan on letting any orcs get close enough for you to kill them. And yes, you could say I just let some orcs get close enough, but he didn't actually get to swing at them. He swung, but he didn't actually hit an orc. You know what? Shut up. I'm sitting in a room talking to myself. Moments of self-realization came sooner than I expected. I probably could have got a ceiling trap to put on there, except I don't think they would have actually fit because it's a curved surface. And victory again! With, surprise surprise, 5 skulls. You can probably see a pattern with my strategies. Most of my actions tend to be around delaying the orcs long enough for me to get enough mana to throw another bomb and then kill a large wave of them. It works well for the first half of the game. Unfortunately I have to be a little bit more innovative later on. But I think that'll be it for this episode. If you've liked, please leave a like and remember to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
All units, code 10 at Blackgate Prison. Communication is down. Possible to 11.
Delta 6-4 en route. Dispatch 5-9. Confirm code 10. This is a breakout.
Suspect identified as Black Mask. Repeat, code 10 suspect is Black Mask. Commissioner Loeb is being held captive. Repeat, Commissioner Loeb is 701.